It's Dee.
And Bee, and today we're going to be discussing
Things that people don't tell you about after high school.
so many things. And
Yeah.
today we're going to be listening to them just for you.
Yes. So Bianca and I have been out of high school for 4 years now.
Yeah.
We're just finishing our final year of our undergraduate degree. So I think we have enough experience with university to share it with you guys.
Yes, definitely. And we really hope for those of you who are entering the varsity world, watch this video and hopefully learn a few things.
And for those of you who are already in varsity, you will relate.
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm studying law at Wits University, and I'm doing a BA law, which means that I also have to do a general BA with my law degree. And I did international relations and political science along with law, but I'm only majoring in political science and law, which is quite interesting because I love writing essays and everything that involves English. Don't ask me to do maths. On the other hand,
I am studying a BSc in computer science and mathematics at UJ. Yes, mathematics, for those of you who just frowned. So
I think I was one of those people.
I'm all about the maths and stuff. I wouldn't say numbers because I don't think I've written a number in maths in a very long time. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm in my final year and I'm so super excited to graduate.
It's been an arduous journey to say the least. But we kind of complete opposites with our degree because mine's just words.
Mine's just numbers.
Okay, number one, no uniform is actually hell.
You would think it would be so much easier, so much more fun, but it's not.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong. Dressing up every day, it has its perks, right? Can let your hair down, you don't have to tie it in this neat ponytail or anything like that. But oh my gosh, after I think the first term of campus, you'll be like, I have no clothes, I have no shoes, I have no accessories, I don't like my face today. And in high school, you weren't allowed to wear makeup or anything like that unless you were part of those like fancy high schools. But damn, having to put on a little bit of a face every day is such a mission.
It really is. You'll start off the semester with your best clothes, everything just fitting perfectly. But by the end of the semester, you're in tights and a hoodie.
Yeah, basically us right now. Yeah, and then I promise you, you're gonna find holes in your shoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're really gonna test the strength of every shoe you own.
Yeah. And then you'll realize shoes don't actually match your outfits. It's one of those weird struggles.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
And you'll also realize how many pairs of socks you really need in your life. Because you can never have too many socks.
In high school, it was white socks or gray socks.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I need
Socks.
more socks. Like, you'd be looking forward to getting socks as a Christmas gift.
Number two, how much food actually costs. I cannot tell you how much money I spent on food at campus. It seems really stupid, but really oh my god.
So with campus, you have options. You don't just have one tuck shop where you place your tuck money and place your order for lunchtime, get your sandwich or roll, whatever it is. You have access to pizza, to wraps, to salads, to hot chips, and sweets galore, things that you have never,
Yes, and
ice cream.
Ice cream, little donuts,
Pies.
milkshakes, pies. And the thing is, because you were deprived of these nice things in high school, you want it all.
You just want,
and it's so much of money.
And also, university is stressful, so you want that comfort food.
And sometimes university days are twice as long as school days, so you are
You
forced to get food.
Also, food isn't that expensive, so you find it easier to buy more of it, and then you don't realize how much you're actually spending.
Yeah, so you think about, oh, okay, this toasted cheese sandwich is 20 rand. 20 rand, not that much. 20 rand for 5 days straight, 100 rand gone.
Poof. And then you have to and then the iced coffees.
Oh,
Iced coffee is my weakness to buy on campus. But then you realize, it's a boiling hot day, you're doing all the walking around, or even in the middle of winter, you're still walking around. Iced coffee calls you, that energy boost, the taste, and then you realize you're buying iced coffee a lot. Number three, teachers telling you about lecturers. So this was a big one for me because everyone used to say, your lecturers aren't going to care, they're going to let you do your own thing, they won't know your name, or you just be a number to them. All of that is true. However, it really depends on the lecturer you get.
And the type of person that you are.
So sometimes, a lecturer will notice you or see who you are, but, they still know faces. It doesn't mean like, okay, it's a class of 100 compared to 20 or 30 like you were in high school. But damn, like they just say you're going to be on your own, you left to fend for yourself, defend yourself, all of that. Lecturers have consultation times. Lecturers do make themselves available after class or before class, or even if you just see them at the cafeteria, whatever it is. It's not as bad as they make it seem.
And some departments will actually have like centers where you can go to where there's always tutors and people available to help you and understand the work. So there is no sense that you are left to self-study everything.
Yeah. And also some departments have like admin secretaries and all of that. Trust me, make friends with these ladies or gentlemen.
You really should. It helps so much.
Yeah. Especially if you're a little bit lost or you need to find a lecturer. All of that, knowing them helps you get in direct contact with the lecturer when you really need it. Yeah.
Number 4, the new terminology. Now this may seem like kind of stupid to some of you all, but I was in for quite a big shock when I got to university and there was all this new terminology like tutorials and TATs and final marks, semester marks, and what is a semester test, what is a regular test.
Or a semester course.
Exactly, a year course. I was so confused, and even like module names and like codes used to confuse me. So there is a whole new world of terminology that no one actually
tells you
about or like what it is. No one really like told me what a tutorial was. I know it may seem like self-explanatory, but like
guys, it's a little bit more than that.
What?
Some things for some tutorials you have to submit work for, you have to do pre-reading, you have to come prepared with questions, you have to bring your draft of your essay. It is a lot more work. And in fact, tutorials or TATs like we call them represent more like a classroom, high school kind of classroom. That's the best way to explain it. And then lectures are just kind of having someone talk at you the whole time.
Yeah.
So TATs are great.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my first year, I had tutorials, I had class, I had practicals. I don't for all the same subject, and I was very like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's true. But also like your tutors can really be,
yes,
they're there for you. They often give out their email address or their number. They create little WhatsApp groups, and it is so useful, especially like if you're struggling with a topic, you can approach them directly if you're not sure about approaching the lecturer.
Yeah.
And they're like your first channel of help at university. And often you see them going to class exactly like you do, like the tutors. So they might not attend your classes, obviously, but you're going to see them, you might run into them anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, usually they are students themselves, just in like further on in their studies.
They're often postgrads, if you are an undergrad. And do yourself a favor, attend them. Just attend them. If you don't attend class, fine. Attend your TATs. Yeah. Number 5, the holidays. So right now, Bianca and I are on a holiday. You do not realize, you're all excited. Yes, I'm going to get 3 months of holiday. 3 months. Right, let me tell you exactly how you're going to spend your December break, your break between the years. You're probably going to finish exams around the middle of November. Usually it won't go on for much longer. For that first, 2 weeks of that, you're going out with your friends, you're having a blast, you're actually just relaxing, sleeping in, messing up your sleeping schedule. Then December comes along, your family's around, whatever it is, you're spending time with people. Then January hits. And that's a whole month and a half because university usually goes back in the middle of Feb. My guys, that month and a half of January,
it kills.
It is the worst time of the year. You are all holidayed out. You can't necessarily prepare for the year ahead because, you don't know what you're going to expect. You won't have your course outlines. You won't know what textbooks you're going to have, any of that. You're just going to literally sit there, staring out your window and being like, now
it
what?
Is so draining waking up with no purpose because there's nothing for you to do. And so my suggestion is get a holiday job.
Yes.
Because trust me, you're going to need that money for food.
It's true, but not only that, you can only get university ready so much. And by the time it is Jan, everything's fizzled out. Everyone's back at work, trying to get into the swing of things and all of that. The school kids are back, but the university kids are just like twiddling their thumbs,
Yeah,
like we don't know what to do. Number 6, parties. So, like anyone, we are all victims to watching American TVs and American movies. And then you see they have this wonderful thing called the Greek system, where you hear about all of these frat parties, sorority girls, all of these things that you just like, okay, you know, you go in with a bit of expectation, even if you're like going to be a res kid or something like that. You go there. Turns out there's none of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
You
Yeah.
may like be lucky and go to like maybe 1 or 2 like
Freshers party.
freshers party or like a house party, but like this idea where there's a constant party to always attend does not exist.
Mm-mm. We don't party as a university as much as you think. However, there are a lot of other events that go around. That happen around the area, and not necessarily on campus grounds itself. But you know, you organize your own thing. You go to your friend's house, you'll have a little bit of a house party, or you go out, and that is really fun. But don't expect university organized parties to happen that much.
Number 7, class attendance. So the way they make it seem in high school is that you have to attend every single one of your classes, and if you don't, there's serious consequences, that you will fail, that your whole life will explode. That's it.
That's the end of you.
That is not true. Your class attendance is important, but you do have the option to not attend, providing that you do the work on your own time.
Yeah.
But if you miss a class or 2, your life is not going to explode. Like Dia said, classes aren't necessarily the most important. Tutorials are. I feel that like some subjects self-studying is better for me,
I agree.
but it really depends on you. So just know that if you miss a class, you are not going to die. Your course is not going to fall apart. You will be okay.
However, do not take that as an excuse to constantly skip class either, because some classes do have textbooks and course packs and online resources that you can use. However, you do need to attend at least I'd say at least 70% to 80% of your classes to ensure that you don't go off the tracks, because often the course pack and the textbook it doesn't provide the guidance of what you should study, or the practicalness of it. So at least for each topic, attend 3 classes. That's my tip. You don't have to follow it. Don't take my word for it, but that's just my tip. Number 8, workload. So workload is tough. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you have a course which has so many technical things that you actually don't need to remember. Other times you have a course which has this much study material, but you need to know everything. But don't get me wrong, this is not like high school. You're not juggling 8 subjects or 7 subjects and having to do sport and get there at 7:30, and you don't have 2 half-an-hour lunch breaks during the day, and you're attending from Monday through to Friday. This is very different. You'll probably end up having 4 to 6 courses maximum, and 6 is really pushing it. That's more post-grad sometimes. So one thing, like we said previously, don't fall behind. Although that is pretty much a given, you can kind of spot. You have more room to spot.
For those of you who don't know, a course means a subject.
Yes. Yeah, that's back to terminology.
And a lot of you may think, oh, okay, in high school I did 7 subjects and now I'm going to be doing 4 in university.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's not
The
nothing.
honest truth is the content of one subject is probably double or even triple the content of a subject that you had in high school.
Yeah.
So please be ready for an extra load of work.
Yeah. So don't underestimate a course.
Yeah, and I also feel that with the workload, you need to now take into consideration your note making, because some lecturers will fly through topics so fast that you need to now practice only taking down the crucial points, or work on the speed of your handwriting.
Yes. Or even consider getting a laptop and just taking it to class. Although the people go tick, tick, tick the whole class, it's so annoying. But if you have to be that person, be that person.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing I wanted to say about workload is that it's okay to skip class. to catch up on another class, or to study for another subject, or to do an assessment for another course, as long as you make sure what you skipped, you catch up with.
Number 9, earphones. Guys, earphones is your number one crucial, most important, like life-saving item that you need for campus.
We can't stress this
Like,
enough.
yes. I know in first year I used to take the bus to campus. A lot of stress, but I cannot imagine my mornings without my earphones. Or just even generally going from class to class or just being on campus, your earphones is your best friend.
And it gives you that extra motivation.
Yes.
Or even if you just want to watch a video on campus Wi-Fi while you're waiting or something like that. However, one downside is when it breaks or the one side stops working, you will feel it more than you've ever felt any piece of technology break.
It is
before.
like literally like losing someone you love.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
And then like you buy a new pair and it just doesn't fit
It's
as
not
well
the same.
or
Like,
worn in.
You like create this bond
Mm.
and then it just lets you down and breaks.
And honestly, it's fine to wear those huge ones.
It
It
is.
really is.
I mean, sometimes you're at campus for so long that you just need a minute to yourself or
Mhm.
like maybe 10 minutes to yourself. And like just listening to music and like composing yourself really just gives you that extra boost to continue your day.
Also, if you get tired and need to walk from class to class, putting on that like, level up kind of song, it will just get you there. It also helps with timing.
It does.
Mm.
Number 10, types of people. You are going to meet so many new people, and you're going to create friendships. There are different kind of friendships to high school. I would say it's a more mature friendship, a more fun and exciting friendship, mostly because you're both are starting this new phase in your life, and it is going to be beautiful.
And not only that, like these people have already grown up. So they're not friends that you've grown up with. They've had their own experiences through schooling, through family life, through everything else. Probably most of the time you won't even find people who live in your area or even are from the same province or like...
There's so much diversity.
Mhm.
It is really so exciting to enter that type of world.
And often like people say the friends that you have will make or break your experience, but you're constantly meeting new people and making new friends. It can be as simple as asking what chapter are we on or what page number are we on in the textbook to the person next to you, and then suddenly they're your close friend. And you will have these different categories of friends. You'll have friends who you just like friends with, you sit with them in lectures. Then you'll have your out of course friends, and then you'd have your friends from high school that you just run into and have a quick chat with.
Yeah.
So those were a few of the things that we found that people did not tell us in high school about after high school.
If you think that we've left anything out or you want to comment about it, leave a comment down below, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button
And like this video.
Whoop, whoop.
Also, if you guys watch this before you attend university and then watch this after, please tell us if you can relate.
Yes.
Because that'll be really great.
It would.
And yes, we're going to put all of our socials down below as well. So make sure to follow us if you like, our stuff.
Signing out.
Signing out.
Bye.